Hello, hello. Hello, hello. All right, perfect. I think everything is working. So we will get started streaming here. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. I'm currently on bag number 7. We're going to start bag 7 here. So we're going to get started there. Last night I did get the first main section of the build actually accomplished here. So this one looks really, really sweet. Very happy with the whole entire product so far. So I'm loving this. It looks a lot better than I thought it would, and it also looks way better than the old original version. As much as I do love that version, but very excited that I finally have this and we're able to finally build it. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna get into bag 7. I'm gonna just take it slow. I want you guys to chat with me if you want. So feel free to do that. I'll be trying to respond as much as I can. I have the computer over there for that reason. So if you're in here, feel free to chat with me and ask me whatever you guys want. How many bags are there? I think. Let's see here. I'm gonna go look. 15 is the last bag, so there's 15 bags in total. So pretty sweet. Like I said, I'm on bag 7 right now, but once this build's over, we still have to do the gift with purchase, and then we also have Rivendell eventually in the future too to build. So there is plenty of stuff to be done. And if you guys have yet to see my video I put out earlier today, make sure you guys go check that out. As I unboxed and did a haul of all the sets that I got from Lego over that little period of time when this thing came out. So yeah, I know 15 seems small. It's still, 2,000-ish pieces, so it's not bad at all by any means. Welcome in, Lord of the Rings Bricks. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you in here. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, we're going to get started building up this section here because I'm curious to know how big the actual finished Hobbit hole is going to be. So we are going to get started on this right away. Is Earthbricks doing a live stream? Oh my gosh, yeah, he is. It's right there. That's actually funny. Well, then I guess we're probably not going to get many viewers in here if he's already doing stuff, but that's all right. I can just talk to you guys or whoever else is in here, but that is funny that we're both streaming the same thing at the same time. And shout out to Two Genders for also watching the whole video already. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate the love on the video so far. Also, in case you guys are wondering why there's no music, I just don't know with the whole monetization rules if there's anything I can do for music. So I'm just trying to not get in any trouble with that. So I'm just leaving it without any music for now. And then if I find out like by next stream what I can do and what I can't do, we'll go from there. So yeah, we will figure that stuff out. Hard to keep up with both of them right now. Yeah, I bet. Is he ahead of me in the build, or are we both at the same kind of point here? Because that'd be even funnier if we're at like the exact same spot in the build. He just opened it? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, like I said, as soon as I got these open yesterday, I would made sure I wanted to, go ahead right away and start building these up because very exciting to finally get these things in. So I'm not very good at waiting for opening things up here. Yeah, Earthbricks is an awesome guy, dude. He makes some cool mocks, some cool videos over there. Definitely check him out and watch some of his videos too, because yeah, he does some really cool stuff. Just made a little castle mock series that was pretty sweet. So very cool stuff from him. I think I'll eventually do a comparison video of this Shire set and then the old one once I get around to it. But I think that'd be pretty cool to see. I'm sure there's probably a few people that have already done those, but I'll make my own take on it and do it that way. So that could be fun. If you guys have any video ideas for me, though, while you're in here, make sure you guys shout those out. As I'm still trying to come up with new ideas and stuff, it's just been kind of hard recently. So if you guys have ideas or things you want to see, let me know. He hasn't even opened up the first bag. Nice. yeah, just kind of working away here. Like I said, started last night. I was actually pretty impressed with this cart, the way that's built up and everything. I do like how they have the fireworks in there. I think it's pretty sweet the way that they're able to go ahead and do that. So I think that's pretty nice. Also, I'm loving all the foliage on this thing over here. It's a lot of colors, but I think it works really, really well and blends nicely. So I'm happy with how it's looking, like I said. So no complaints yet for me. I've had a few stickers I've done on there. I like the gate and stuff, but I mean, overall, it is a small sticker sheet, so it's not too bad by any means. And I think, Lego did a good job with not doing tons of stickers. Obviously, a lot of people criticize the fact that there should not be any stickers at all. I wish that was the case, but less is, I guess, more in this situation. So I'm glad there's not any, not too many, I guess, by any means. So we will take that as a little tiny win there for us. Make some alternate builds for the 3-in-1 castle. So I have that set actually. I've actually never done anything with it, and I bought it for something to do with it. So I could actually do that because it's kind of just been sitting around, laying there, and not being used. So I definitely could look into doing something with it. Let's see here, guys. They are releasing a brand new one for $120 featuring brand new castle of actions. Really? I had not heard that at all. Do you know when that's coming out or when they're going to announce that? Because that actually sounds like it's a cool thing they could be doing. I would not complain about getting some newer factions at all by any means there. I was going to make a short before I started, but I got a whole bunch more wolf packs today too, so I was very happy to get some more of those, trying to get a whole army going, so very happy with all that stuff. But yeah, those Wolfpack minifigures are awesome. They're great for doing little tiny like bands with and stuff. Like I think for realistic like purposes with Lego, I actually do think they work pretty well. So when I got those in the first time, I was like, that's actually pretty neat because after I played KCD2 and stuff, getting those guys in like made it very authentic and realistic type of armor on them. So I think that was pretty cool that Lego has done some more realistic stuff now with those guys. And overall, just getting more printing on those figures is cool. I mean, it's great to have all that awesome detail on them. Let's see here, almost at the end of the bag, but it is looking pretty sweet so far. This is I believe the left side of the build, so it should be the left side of the actual house itself. Probably checked 100 different stores near me, and none of them have had it. It's the one figure I'm looking for. I'm so excited for the wolf. Yeah, that wolf that it comes with is actually super cool. That's kind of surprising that you haven't found any, but then again, I guess it's a very, very popular CMF, that is for sure. So I do see a lot of places, and a lot of people have told me that they've not been able to find any. It's just kind of sucks, but it's partly. All right, that is bag 7 complete right there. Ooh, looks like bag 8, we got a new figure, so this is the 3rd figure in the set. What's it say here? Let's see. Oh, it's a Frodo quote talking about how odd Bilbo's been. All right, cool. That is one thing I like about the instructions in these sets, is they do actually have all of like some quotes and stuff from the movies, or just like little blurps along the way to tell you about like new parts and stuff. So I think that's one little cool thing that they do in these sets that some people who may not have already been able to build them haven't been experienced, but I think it's a pretty cool thing to have in here. All right, let's see here. Where is all Frodo's, or not Frodo, Bilbo's parts at? Looks like we got a happy face there, and then a little more of a stern look. We'll start off with happy face on Bilbo there. That looks fine. Where does hairpiece go? I saw it. There we are. And they're still producing the gold ring, which is pretty cool. Releasing in the summer. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Well, there is our Bilbo minifigure. Looks pretty sweet. That torso print on him is actually amazing. That's really nice. So we're going to stick him over in bag N for right now. We'll stick him over by Frodo. And we are going to continue plugging away at the left section here of the build. I do think it's pretty cool how the build comes together in 3 different sections for the main, like, actual Hobbit hole. I think that's pretty neat, the way that they all had it all planned together here. Up to 4 people watching right now. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything, or just want to chat away in the actual chat here, feel free. Try to answer everything that I want to, or to the best of my ability. There's a unicorn 3-in-1 castle for $40, and the number is... Huh, that's cool. Yeah, that's nice. Price for piece is actually a good thing too. A lot of people are knocking this set for that, having a very bad price for piece, but that's not usually something I personally look at when I'm looking at Lego sets, but I do know that there are some people that care a lot about that. No, there's going to be green pieces on the inside. All right. That's still funny to me that me and Earthbricks ended up doing this at the same time. When I look over to see what chat's saying, and I just see his little stream icon down there. That's funny. All right, looks like we're making some of the interior here of the actual Hobbit hole. Don't know exactly what this is going to be yet, but hopefully it is something pretty cool. There must be something that goes in that corner there. And right here, maybe. I don't know, but it's all tiled off, so I would imagine something goes there. We'll see. I'm very glad they printed off all the window tiles over here too, and the door tiles. That was a good play. If it would have been stickers, those would have sucked because any curve stickers are not fun to put on sets. So very happy that those were all printed parts. And I can't wait to open up Rivendell, like I said earlier, too, and build that one just because there is so many printed parts in that set, too. Plus, there's also all the cool like weapons and stuff, so that should be pretty cool to finally be able to open up and have in my collection for making like videos and stuff. MN Productions, welcome in, dude. Hope you're doing well. I saw your comments earlier on the new video, so thank you for watching that one and checking it out, man. Much appreciated, I can tell you that much. Yeah, we're just kind of just hanging out here and just building away at the set, so if you want to chat or ask any questions, feel free. I'm currently on bag 8 of the set, so kind of just plugging away here slowly. Appreciate it, dude. That's awesome. Love to hear it. I gotta start uploading more again. I've just been so busy with other stuff and been like working weekends that I haven't really had a ton of time to be able to make new content. Plus, I've just been kind of burnt out on video ideas, but I'm going to try my best here to make a good little comeback. So hopefully that'll go as well. Oh, these must be how they hold it in the sideways position. Okay. Oh, that's why there's tiles there. Ah. Clever little build there. That is nice that it holds it at an angle. Oh, there's where the part's at. Anyway, I'm looking for a part, and then I just literally, for the life of me, I'm not able to find it. Even though it's right in front of my face. So far, I've actually been really impressed with it. When I started the stream, I was talking about it a bit more, but I'll grab this build, or this section of the build, I should say here. But looking into it, I've watched some like things online, some a little bit of reviews and stuff. A lot of mixed reactions that I think everybody in here probably knows, but overall, for me personally, I'm really I'm impressed. The tree up here, some people having issues with it. I might customize a little bit and just add more leaves to it, but overall, I mean, I do like the way that it has all the cool angles on there, and also that you can sit Frodo and you have a spot from up there. I think that's pretty dope. In here, I mean, this alone is super awesome, the way it's just all tiled off and stuff. Some of the techniques to like build all this furniture inside is awesome. So super cool from that. Like I said, I'm very happy with all these printed parts for the windows and the door frame and stuff. The way that the door actually comes together is really cool too, and it also leads a way for, in the future, people who want to customize and make their own hobbit holes to have ways to do that with other colors of doors, which is really cool. The parts usage around here is awesome. All the flowers and like foliage is great. So overall, very happy with this. Figures so far, I haven't had one issue with any of the figures, so thought all that was pretty cool. And even the Gandalf cart here too. I was really impressed with how it came together. I mean, it does look really cool. And overall, I think just so far, I've really been enjoying the set, which overall, as a Lego fan, that is the one main thing you want to have, just be able to enjoy the build as you're doing it. So from that standpoint, I just got to say that so far I haven't had any issues or not been impressed with the set. So I've been loving the whole entire build so far. I did most of it last night. So, and then we're just plugging away at it again today. I got Rivendell on my mind, so I'm trying to get this one done and then move on to the absolute behemoth of a Rivendell set. Personally think it looks awesome. Might pick it up in the future. Currently saving for the Jango Fett Slave 1 in May. Yeah, dude. Most of you guys probably don't even know that, but I am a pretty big Star Wars fan. Not as big of a Lego Star Wars fan as I used to be, but I do have tons of sets and Clone Troopers and stuff. So I've been looking at that one as the rumors have been coming out about the Jango Fett Slave 1. I do kind of want to pick it up, but we'll see. Spending $800 on these two sets is a bit rough on the old bank, so we will see if I want to go spend more money. But I will say, that the only reason I did buy Rivendell is because it had the 2 times VIP points going, which was honestly very clutch. It adds up more than you guys would think it would for actually being able to have that for the future. So that could be one reason why I might go out and get the Jango Fett Slave one, is if those VIP points add up enough to make a good dent in the actual price. When am I building my Rivendell? As soon as I get done with the Shire here. So we are taking our time. Like I said, I'm not trying to rush things at all, but I am very excited to start building up that Rivendell set. But that's awesome that you got your Rivendell and you built it. And welcome in, by the way. I appreciate you saying you got the love on the videos. Do appreciate that, dude. Means a lot to me. And if that keeps going on further, we will have plenty more videos here in the future for all you guys. So as long as you guys are enjoying the videos, I will keep sticking with it. I just do this for fun. So as long as I'm still having fun, I will stick with it as much as I can. But yeah, Rivendell is going to happen next. So I don't know when that's going to be. This thing could actually be done tonight, possibly. I don't know how long I'm actually going to stream it, but I'm sure I'm going to just plug away and watch some videos and maybe, the Masters is going on right now, the golfing thing. So I might put that on and watch it for a while. But yeah, overall, can't wait to get started on Rivendell. I like this set, but Rivendell's been one that I've had on my watch list for like a long, long time, ever since it came out. So I am hyped to finally have that one. Also, this is supposed to have a plate underneath, which I missed because I'm talking to you guys. Okay. Been watching that on and off today. The Masters, yeah. Oh, these both are supposed to have plates underneath them. See, I'm talking to you guys, and then I'm just missing steps. Yeah, I haven't watched any of it yet, but as soon as I got home, I was like, I'm going to work on doing a stream first, and then I'll worry about the golfing stuff later. So after I end stream, I might put that on and watch that while I build up these sets. So that should be pretty fun. Let's see here. Maybe if this brick wants to go on here. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be this way. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I'm just building it wrong. Again, of course. It's a very interesting looking roof part. But yeah, I figured I'd stream and get that as a way for you guys to come chat with me and talk, just because I never really do stream ever, so I figured it'd be kind of a fun way to come in and hang out with you guys for a bit. So like I said earlier, I appreciate all you guys being here. Probably isn't the best time to get the most amount of people in here, just because probably there's a lot of people working, but this is the time that works best for me, so I'm just trying to knock it out then. How many watch hours do I have on my channel? I do not know. I want to say it's probably like 5,000 something. Like for lifelong. I don't know what I just had our 1 year anniversary not that long ago, so it's probably still close around there, but it's something like that. I'd have to look to be exact, but it's a decent amount, I'll tell you that much. Once again, wouldn't be possible without all you guys. So, like I said before, appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, I recently just got there finally, which is, cool. Like I said, I'm not doing this for the money part of it. I'm just here to have fun and just make cool videos for you guys. But it is pretty sweet to actually have that as a thing that, just be able to say, yeah, I'm monetized on YouTube. But that's why I was saying I didn't know if I'd need to play for music now on live streams, or before I just put on the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. just because I don't know if that affects my monetization with the like streaming. I know like regular videos you can't have copyrighted music, but I don't know how that works with the live stream. So I'll have to look into it before I do my next one, and then we can hopefully have some cool music going. So because it'd be nice to have the Lord of the Rings soundtrack on right now, but either way it works. Also, these candlesticks using the pen piece is honestly kind of cool. In the instructions, they actually say it was their idea to make it look like it's dripping candle wax or something, and honestly, it does. I mean, it looks pretty cool. So that alone is pretty nice little parts usage there. Something I wouldn't expect by any means. Why is there one 2x2 in olive green there? Oh, this is the table. Okay. That adds up. That would make a lot more sense that way. Oh, we gotta get a sticker. Ooh, this will be fun. Which one is number 3? Deed of contract. Ooh. Where is the brick separator at? That's the easiest way to do stickers. Sorry if I was quiet there for a second. I have to concentrate when I'm doing this because I don't want to make them terribly bad. Sticker color's a bit off, but I mean overall that lines up pretty well. So not as bad as some of their other stuff that they've done. Lego has done with sticker colors. So the tan on tan looks fine, which is good. All right, sweet. That is now in there. Oh, now we gotta do the book, of course. Book in his chair. Been trying to post a YouTube short every day to build my subscriber count to 1,000. We'll worry about watch hours after I get there. Yeah, that's fair. Definitely build up the community first and get people liking your videos, and then you can go from there. That's a good way to do it. So, not a bad idea. One thing I have noticed though with doing a whole bunch of shorts, like there was one that I uploaded, I didn't like expect it to get very many views, and then it did. It really tanks like your actual video views. Like you guys might notice that like I don't know, for a while there, I think I was getting like 1,000 views a video or whatever, and then it kind of just is now at like really, really low numbers. And I think that's part of that is just because of the short videos that I've done. It kind of just tanks that viewing. So I don't know why that is. Kind of sucks, but it is just something I've noticed as I've been going on with all this stuff. So if you guys are ever curious if you're doing YouTube stuff and you see that happen, that could be for that reason. Oh boy, of course, I got 2 more stickers to do. Looks like those are Bilbo legs if we need them down the line. 2 more stickers. So if I, like I said, if I'm not talking again, it's just because I'm concentrating. Well, that was a good sticker placement. We'll take that one. And then we got to do the book here. Thank God this is the new dark red and not the old dark red. That would be rough. There we go. We got the BB book there with the there and back again. That actually looks pretty sweet. All those sticker colors match up nicely, which is cool. So we got a ton of extra pieces. We got 2 little rings in there, which is kind of nice. In case I want to add them to more figures or display them differently. That's pretty cool. Now we got to add this over here. Apparently. Where does this connect onto with the clips? Okay. Sweet. Well, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's a nice little book. Actually, that is a really neat little area. Yeah, now you have the little wooden area over there, the fireplace, the chair, the book. That is, yeah, that's very satisfying and cool. That's nice. All right, nice. That is awesome. Now we have one side of the hobbit hole actually done. Let's begin on what I'm assuming will be the other side. Holy, that's a, okay. It's a lot bigger of a section than I thought it was going to be for this other spot. We are on to bag number 9, though. And apparently we need all these extra little pieces that it comes with. So we'll grab all these out of the other bag. Yeah, that's a lot bigger of a section than I thought it was. So that's actually pretty cool. So we will get started on this here. Now I gotta just hope that I have room on my shelf for this hobbit hole. And that it isn't too big, I guess, for it. That would not be good. Hey, appreciate you stopping in, MN Productions. Really do, man. Hope you have a great rest of your day. All right, guys. Well, we are on to the final section of the full-on hobbit hole here, so this should be pretty sweet. Like I was saying before, it's a lot bigger of a section than I thought it was going to be, so this is interesting, but it looks cool nonetheless. Oh, this is the fireplace section. Okay. This will be pretty neat then if we get this fireplace going. Put that over there. If any of you guys are still hanging out in here, appreciate it. You're just building away right now. I'm curious to know when all the other figures come in the rest of the bags, because there's a lot that we are still missing yet. But maybe that'll show up soon here. Of course, you guys are tiling things off here. Fix that, because apparently messed that up. Not very clear there, I guess, in the instructions. Well, Two Generous, appreciate you stopping in, dude, hanging out and talking for a while. Thank you very much. Hope you also have a great rest of your day, too, man. I think this is currently the thing that we're building. Currently, the mechanism for the actual flippable fire thing that's in here. That I think you can like turn the ring and stuff. So that should be pretty cool. All right, we need to find a little tiny tile. Although I do not see it. What is it supposed to be? Oh, it is supposed to be the ring. Okay, that would make more sense. I'm not very good with Technic stuff, so we'll see if I either built this correctly or if I built this wrong. Either way, we'll fix it, but I never know with this stuff. That's why I don't do any Technic like Lego actual sets. Whichever you two are in here hanging out right now, appreciate it. And of course I built this thing wrong, which I knew was bound to happen. Okay. Scott, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you in here. Hope you're having a good day, dude. Everybody else is just popping in and joining us. Hope you guys are all doing well, too. Build's good, doing all right now. I'm trying to figure out the stupid Technic crap right now, which of course doesn't want to work. But after we get past this part, we'll be back to good old smooth stuff. Smooth sailing, one could say. They never asked me to put on the sticker, I don't think. Right? Or did it? Oh, I was supposed to put on the sticker. Of course. Alright, well, I need to fix that real fast. Yeah, overall, build's been super fun. We're very slowly going at it, but we are making a lot of progress, so. Nice part is we're getting to the end of all the stickers, which is good, so not too many more places I can really mess up on then. And overall, I was talking earlier about it, but there's not really that many stickers in here. Less than I thought there was, so I was very happy with that when I was opening it up. There wasn't a big old sticker sheet. And this must be the side of the build since it wants me to tile off everything. Or not tile off, but make sure there's actual things covering it all. I mean, I can't argue with you on that one, dude. I would appreciate if there was no stickers, but then again, I'd rather have less than there be a crap ton of stickers, so. I didn't think the sticker sheet was too terrible on this one. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if there's all printed parts, that'd be amazing. One can only wish, I guess. But I don't ever see Lego really doing all only printed parts. There's a lot in this build, though, I'll be honest. And I'm really excited to open up Rivendell because that one has a ton of printed parts on there. So that one should be all pretty cool to build together. I think we got everything there. But yeah, I can't wait to put this one on the shelf and see how it looks on there too. I have the old Shire whole set, so I have the one from the 2013 with the Hobbit version of it, and then we'll have this on there. So we'll have those two together, which will be pretty cool. That is if they fit together. If they don't fit together, then I'm just going to put them on separate shelves, but we'll see. The set size-wise is definitely bigger than I thought it was, so which isn't a bad thing at all. We'll take that. I'd be more concerned if it was smaller than I thought it was. That is a pretty cool feature in there to have the flippability part of the ring into the envelope and the envelope into the ring. Ooh, we got some nice printed tiles here. Those are actually pretty sweet with those little tiny flowers on the ground. Not too shabby there. They look very nice. Those two printed tiles in the front also looked very nice in the openings part of the section there. Oh, is that all of it? Okay, we're on to bag 10. Alrighty. Well, we will grab that and get that started here. Wow, just noticed you have gotten a lot of this set built already. Yes, let me tell you, I've been waiting on this set, and I mean the whole entire package, I guess, for a while now. But as soon as I got it in last night, and after I filmed my video, I immediately started building it and just trying to crank it out because this is an awesome build. I just can't wait to have it on my display and have all the minifigures. So very, very excited. And when that happens, I just tend to get into a building mood and just go right at it and start right away. So that's what happened. Which is not by any means a bad thing. Like I said, I've been really enjoying the build so far, so that's a good thing. Yeah, exactly. Plus, I have Rivendell on my mind too that I want to get to. So, with that, also really pushing the way for me to knock this set out and start on the absolute behemoth that Rivendell is. Yeah, exactly. Rivendell is beautiful. So that one I don't know if I'm gonna have room for. I will make room though because that one is, as I said, I think you I saw your comment on the on that video today. So I think you watched that video, but as I said in there too, very dream set for me because ever since that thing came out, I've been wanting it, just really haven't had the funds or means to be able to go out and buy it, but finally was able to do so. So super fortunate for that. But I mean, it's been a long time coming since that set came out. Me wanted to get it, so glad I was finally able to do that. I don't even know how much how that like unboxing video is doing, but hopefully it's doing pretty good. That was a fun one to make finally. Yeah, so I probably won't stream like all of the builds. Like this one I'm streaming right now, but I probably won't stream for much longer. Well, maybe it's like my goal was an hour, but if people are still in here, if you're still hanging out, I mean, I'll keep going for a little while. But then Rivendell, I don't know what all parts I'm going to stream, but I will definitely stream some of that as well. So I also enjoy just building it and watching stuff on my own time too. So I'm definitely going to just have a little bit of a mix of both. That way you guys can get some of the content here and be able to talk and chat with me. And then also I also have time to do how I like to build my Lego sets too. So that way both people and both parties are happy. I wonder what this section of the build's going to be. This might be part of the path, maybe. That could be what it is. I don't know for sure. Let's see here. Fave minifigure in this set? I think I'll have to wait till I give you an exact answer until I open them all up and have them in person. From the ones I have open so far, honestly, they're all amazing. I think the Gandalf might be the lowest just because it's another Gandalf. But it's the first one I have of the newer version. Still very cool figure, like by all means. But we'll grab Bilbo here. Great little torso print. Very, very nice looking figure. And the face prints are cool. And then Frodo here, actually, I guess his legs aren't attached because they're the snot bricks. But Frodo here, the like printing and the different arm detail, I think overall this might be my favorite one so far. Plus he has the unique blue like short legs, dual molded short legs. So I also think those are pretty neat on him. So out of the three so far, probably Frodo would be my answer. But it's crazy. We have 5 bags left, and we still only have 3 minifigures. So we're missing, what, another 6 of them yet? So we have a lot of figures yet coming in the next couple bags, which would be pretty cool to finally crack open and have. Okay, so this is a full-on angled section of the build. Okay, cool. That is a very little cool like building technique to be able to achieve that angle there with the joints and the hinge pieces there. That's nice. Yeah, for technique wise, I mean, there's been some nice ones in here so far, so that's been pretty fun to build along the way as we're going here. What's this? Just like a retaining wall, I'd imagine. Looks like it. Pretty neat there. I got an angle, all the angle wedges here, looks like, to cover up the whole entire section. All right, that's a very seamless gap there for the section. That's pretty neat. Yes, I did order these online. Correct. Ordered Shire day 1. That night when it first opened up, I bought it right away, and then Rivendell I was debating on, and then I just finally said I need to just get it over with and rip the Band-Aid off and do it. So I bought that like the day after. So I got the 2 times VIP points on the Rivendell, and then obviously all the gift with purchase and stuff with the Shire set here, which that one I'll end up building probably before I start on Rivendell. Closest Lego store? Oh boy, I don't know. We don't really have any like close, but for me it just makes more sense to order online. That way I don't have to go on a drive or anything, or go out of my way to go get one. So for that perspective, it just makes more sense to order online. Plus, I'm okay waiting, and also when I order online, I'm able to use like Rakuten and stuff to get like more cash back from things. So I'm able to actually get more money off and save more than doing it like in store by any means. So that's why I typically just will stick to ordering online compared to actually going to a physical store. Yeah, anything helps. So I will take advantage of things like Rakuten and stuff when I can, just because in the long run, yeah, it doesn't add up a ton, but I mean it does save a little bit of money. So plus it saves me the the gas of driving there and stuff too. So mine's about 20 minutes away, but I still order online too. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like it's kind of a personal preference thing too, but I always kind of just stick with ordering online. Oh, is this gonna be part of the table maybe? I don't know what this is that I'm building. Looks cool though. Also, we're officially an hour into the stream, so that's pretty hype. Thank you all for being here still. Like I said, appreciate every single one of you earlier. Oh, this is the garden section. That's what this is. Or part of it. Where Sam comes through the window. What is this part? Oh, part of the building. Okay. We're almost done with this bag here, looks like. We're getting close to the end of it. Brick Kingdom, welcome in, dude. Yeah, there's people in here earlier that are telling me that too. So, I actually, you guys probably can't see it on your screen, but on my computer I have it where it shows that he's also currently live. I think that was funny. They both kind of end up doing this at the same time, but hey, that's okay. That happens sometimes. So that is okay. Did you build the gift of purchase yet? No, I have not built the gift of purchase yet. I'm going to do that after I build the Shire. So I will get around to that as soon as I'm done with this set. And then, like I said, I will start on the Rivendell afterwards. All right, so where are these two set? Okay, I was about to say. He's better attached somewhere. That is I really messed up. Hey, appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, we are on to bag 11. Flying away here. Yeah, that's what people were telling me earlier too. Is he did not, he was not getting very far, or that he had just like started. I started this last night as I was telling Scott right when I got it. So I was building it then, and then I started building it as soon as I got home and started streaming with you guys. So that also is where all that stuff comes from. So if you're confused how I'm like that far ahead, that's why I didn't just start it today. Scorpion Brick Studios, welcome in, dude. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully all you guys are having a good day. I'm just hanging out here with you guys for a little while, building away at the Shire. There's a pine cone piece in here? Are we serious? Huh. That's actually really cool. I did not know Lego made any type of pine cone piece, unless this is like a different part. But it's being used as a pine cone here, and that's actually pretty cool. So we got to add that in here wherever there's a piece for that. Maybe. It's supposed to be dark red, or is it supposed to be... Oh, that's why. It's supposed to be dark red, not orange. That'd make more sense. Yeah, I've never seen a pine cone before from Lego, but I mean, that's cool. It's a nice little detail. Yeah, I was reading the little blurb up here on the actual instructions. I was like, what do you mean a pine cone? But hey, apparently there's one in here, so that's cool. I don't have a studio or dark room, so I have to wait a few hours before I can start my next stop motion. Yeah, having to wait for the sun to go down would be not the most fun, but as long as you're able to, stay up and be able to do that, it's definitely worth it in the end. I love doing stop motion. I actually haven't done one in forever. I tried to get myself to do one the other day, and I just didn't have the motivation, I guess, to do it. Not really sure why, but in the future, I'd love to get back into it, but it's just hard because it takes so much time either way. I mean, that'd be cool if it's a new mold, Scorpion Brick Studios. That'd be pretty nice. I don't know if it is or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Oh, yeah. Having morning practice would not be fun. But hey, shout out to you, though, for grinding it out, dude. Grinding it out is a real challenge, but props to you for doing it. Do you prefer Lord of the Rings or Castle Lego? Me personally, I'm a big Lord of the Rings guy, so I prefer Lord of the Rings, but, they haven't made a ton of sets, so it's kind of hard for me to make a lot of my content revolving around that. So I make most of my content revolving around Castle because I can still do stuff with Lord of the Rings and kind of do both of them. So like here for the next while, you guys probably see a lot of Lord of the Rings content compared to what like you guys have been seeing before that, where it's more Castle themed stuff. But if they had a lot of Lord of the Rings sets out, my thing would literally just be only probably Lord of the Rings. But it just makes more sense as a channel to be able to branch out to more options for there to be more content to be made. Oh boy, we got a sticker. You guys probably weren't in here earlier, but when there's stickers, if I'm quiet, it's because I'm concentrating on actually placing the actual sticker on. All right, we got a good placement. That's good. Looks like we got the Lonely Mountain there, which actually is a super cool sticker. It's very nice to see there. Castle, do you have any advice for small Lego content creators like myself? I'd say stick with it. I'm not by no means at all a big content creator at all. I just do this for fun, so there's no end goal here really. It's just make cool videos for you guys, and then just if they get views, they get views. If they don't, they don't, kind of deal. So for me personally, not a big problem when it comes to that type of stuff. But when it comes to like being able to grow a channel and stuff, I would, like I said, I just would say stick with it. Keep going. Eventually, you'll be able to see some success coming from your channel and stuff like that. So don't get turned off if you're not doing the best to start out with. But I can guarantee you right now, both of my channels, right when I started, took a while before they gained any traction at all. So just stick with it. Keep grinding. Like I said, I say that all the time, but I mean, it's always a grind with anything in life. So apply that to YouTube, and you'll get somewhere with that too. So looks like we got two little chairs here. Sorry, I was trying to read what the instructions said at the same time I was trying to talk. That was not a good plan. But yeah, like I said, overall, just stick with it. Keep grinding. So if you guys have any like exact questions, feel free to, feel free to ask other questions too about YouTube ILB. more than happy to try to answer them. Like I said, I'm just not like the biggest creator either, so it's not like I have a ton of advice really, just because I haven't, you know, gotten insanely far at all or anything. But still, like I said, grateful for every single one of you guys that has subscribed and stuff and hung around and watched the videos. So haven't commented on mine for a while. Thought you were dead, dude. It's hard. There's so many different channels I try to keep up with, and then I end up just not being able to do it. So if I, you know, check out your guys' channels a few times and then I'd end up not being back for a while, it's not that I'm like, it's anything against you guys. I just have so many other things that I'm doing or just busy with, or I'm just, you know, not watching YouTube at that time. So it always depends on kind of what I'm doing then and there. But I try to check out you guys' channels as much as I can when you guys talk about them. So do know that I'm not trying to be mean or anything by not commenting. That's for sure. I think this is going to be another one of those angled windows, which would be pretty sweet. The one that we built earlier was super cool, so we'll see if that's the same deal. Just wondering, where do you source your minifigures, specifically castle ones? Also, how do you use Bricklink? So I personally don't use Bricklink like at all. The only thing I've actually bought off of Bricklink, funny enough, is the old Shire set. I actually got a really good deal on it, and with all the minifigures and stuff, so I bought that. Sold the minifigures off to offset the cost, and then I obviously kept the set. So that's the only time I've actually really used Bricklink. For parts and everything, I just get them straight off of Lego itself, so pick a brick. And then, you know, for like my figures and stuff, I tend to also do the same thing. And like for the ones that are currently still, you know, in stock or being able to buy off a pick a brick, I do that. So like the Castle, Black Falcons, and the Lion Knights. And then I guess a little bit of the Forestmen that I bought a few of. Definitely just doing those just straight off pick a brick seems to be the cheapest way for me. For buying parts for like box and stuff, like I said, same thing, pick a brick. But for like some of the older stuff or just, you know, stuff I've wanted for a while, just never really had a chance to get in, I tend to use eBay. I also do Whatnot for myself. So like I sell some stuff sometimes. I haven't actually done anything this year, but I will get into it eventually by the end of the year. Once again, so I use Whatnot sometimes too to like, you tend to get some decent deals that way. Just because some people do deals and stuff, or just people don't bid on auctions. That's kind of one of the fun parts about Whatnot, is you can just get some steals just by watching shows. But yeah, I'd recommend eBay. eBay is a good one. Just obviously check, ask the seller for more pictures if you guys have any concerns, because you know things can happen. Not always a true thing, but for the most part, the sellers are good on there. So I recommend them. And then yeah, like I said, just pick a brick. So yeah, make something new. I know. Yeah, you're not wrong. I won't disagree with you there. And then also for like I guess wolf packs and stuff, like just consistently check stores. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, everything's a grind. So that was a grind too. You know, be able to actually find a whole bunch of wolf packs. But if you try enough, it will eventually hopefully pay off for you. But yeah, those wolf packs have been rough, man. Everybody's wanting them, and then you know people find them and buy every single one of them. Which hey, I mean you can do whatever you want with your money. I'm not going to stop you. But you know, when I go find them, and if I find a whole bunch of them, I usually try to leave a few. That way, I don't feel like I'm being rude and, you know, taking them all. So I try to leave some. That way, everybody has a chance to get them, just because they are a very hard thing to come by right now for some reason. I think that's part of the problem right now, is when Lego makes really, really good castle stuff, everybody wants it, so then the demand goes up like crazy. Cool little flower there on the, looks like kind of like a table. It's pretty neat. 3 Beastmasters, yeah, that's awesome. They haven't restocked for over a month. Okay, that is wild. Yeah, it's kind of insane. I think mine's like, I guess I haven't checked them that much, but I kind of have the amount that I kind of want now. Like I didn't want a ton like I did with the Paladins, but definitely a good amount. So I kind of just not really looking that much like anymore, but when I was consistently checking Walmarts, and they seem to be restocking pretty consistently, which was nice. Well, all the retailers that sell them, so I mean Target, that type of stuff, like those main ones. I know there's sometimes at like Best Buys in the U.S., stuff like that, but you know, kind of just depends. Check out your local stores. If you have any local like Lego stores, definitely go scan through them. I'm sure they'll have a crap ton, but uh, you know, it just kind of depends per person. So, do I know when the next stream will be? No, I do not. I'm gonna guess tomorrow. I probably will. If I have this set done tonight, I probably will start building Rivendell tonight, and then you guys will have a building Rivendell stream tomorrow. So be on the lookout. No promises, but that probably will be what happens. If something happens where I don't stream or anything, don't be alarmed. It could just be that I just wanted to either build the set by myself, or I'm just holding off till another day. So for sure, this weekend will be more streams, if not tomorrow. So keep your eyes out. Like I said, I'll make a post ahead of time too. So just try to keep up with things, but things happen. So if you guys are here, I appreciate it. If not, not a big deal. But like I said, should be tomorrow. So only at my mall, and they don't stay there very long. Yeah, that is one thing I've heard, that like all the Lego stores, like they sell out of them like it's crazy, just because they have the most access to the supply, I guess. So awesome, Scott. Well, like I said, dude, appreciate you being here, chatting it up. So you have a great one, man. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, I have heard that issue a lot with all the Lego stores. People buying them out just because they have the most access. We got another window. Oh yeah, this is the window that Gandalf chucks Sam through. Okay. Get this thing all built up here and added on. You know what? Honestly, if I build up all these sets, I low-key might make a stop motion with them. Just because I think these are all awesome for like stop motion sets themselves. How long does it actually take for the standard Lego Pick-a-Brick orders? So I bought a whole bunch of the ring wraiths when they were like literally like a day thing. Like they were not out for very long for people to be able to buy them. So I like stocked up on them so I can resell them, that type of deal. And that standard order, I don't know if it was just because it was the ring wraiths or whatever, but that one I want to say took 2.5 or 3 months to get here. It took a really really long time, which I mean I fully expected and knew going into it, so it wasn't like oh, why aren't these here yet? But it does take a while, and Lego really just doesn't have control over it for some reason. Not really sure, but I mean things can happen with your packages and stuff where they take longer than it even says to. That's kind of what happened with the Shire set here. They said it was going to take 3 to 5 days online. It took like a week to 10, I think. So more than they had said originally. So that's kind of just something you get with Lego too, is they're not exactly the most accurate when it comes to telling you what day or how long it's going to be. So you got to be careful of that when you're also out buying stuff too. But I think for the most part, they're pretty good about it. So I know, when I bought Barad-dûr last year, they had shipped it pretty quickly and it got here really fast. So I guess this is the only time I actually had an experience where it wasn't, I guess, the fastest. So I wouldn't be too alarmed. But yeah, for standard, it varies a lot. I know that. So is there any parts that are in particular you're trying to order from like standard parts though? Like what are you looking at that you're trying to get in? Some of the medieval pieces. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I figured. You were talking about medieval stuff, but yeah, It's tough to give you a good like idea of time wise, so that's the only bad part about it. Oh great, we got two. Oh hey, at least on the bright side, these are the last two stickers of the set. But these are the portraits, so I don't know how I want to place these on here exactly. We'll see here. Maybe they'll peel off and place really nicely. Sounds good, dude. I don't know if I'll still be here or not, but if I am, I'll catch you later. If not, you have a great rest of your night. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out, Dan. I appreciate it. All right, we got one good sticker placement on his mother's poster picture there. We'll get that all put on there. Now we just got to hope we do good with his father, and then we will never have any worries about any of these stickers in this set because they should all have been placed on very, very nicely, which is good. And that one's a good one too. Okay, sweet. We got both of those done, which means we have all of these stickers of the set actually placed and all on the actual build. So we no longer have any stickers to worry about. Alrighty, let's see here. Got to add on some arches, it looks like. Oh, let me get a nice little big window off of this, which is pretty cool. All right, nice. Although I don't like those don't connect, but maybe they'll be evened out when we do a thing on there. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's all it took. Okay, cool. All right, then we just need a stud in the middle. Alrighty, those are all the extra pieces in here. And now we're on to bag number 12. Let me go grab that. Looks like we get a new figure in here, so that should be pretty cool. We'll get Sam in here to finally drop some ease on Frodo and Gandalf. We'll go with a nice happy expression for Sam here. That works just fine. And then we'll give him his garden clippers. Maybe, if they want to go on. There we go. Pretty cool little jacket there. Nothing crazy printing-wise, but I mean, it's a nice little simplistic look for a Hobbit. So I can't complain much about that one. Hey, Jedi Bricks, welcome in, man. Hope you're doing good. We're building away here on the actual Shire set, getting about almost to the end. And then we're going to do the gift with purchase, and then we're going to start on Rivendell. So I got plenty of building cut out for me. So should be pretty fun. This is an awesome set, though. I've really been enjoying the build, so that's awesome. Hey, awesome, dude. I'm glad you saw the haul video. I don't know how many people did or not yet. I really haven't looked at the analytics or anything on that, but appreciate you watching that. Looking good so far. Bag end taking shape. Yeah, for real, man. For real, for real. You built all on one stream. So I built most of it last night when I got the bags in, and then today I'm just kind of going. I'm just gonna kind of go till I feel like stopping, and then I'm going to finish it, and then I'm gonna start on Rivendell. I like building by myself too, but I thought I'd stream some of it for you guys. When I did a poll, there's some people that wanted to do or wanted to watch it, and then also told me to build it by myself. So I'm gonna do both options and do a little happy medium there. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. But yeah, we started today with bag 7, and this is what, bag 12 that we just started, I think. Yeah, it is. So we've done 5 bags today so far on stream, which is pretty nice. So we're just cruising away at it. This is an awesome little build, though. I'm very happy with it. It's better than I thought it would be, so I cannot complain or diss it too much. I'm sure everybody else will continue to diss on the set, but I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you're the one that's enjoying it, as I am, I don't think it matters too much. Special kind of rainy day. Hey, man, nothing wrong with that. I don't blame you. I've been waiting on this one for a while, though, so I was like, as soon as I got it, I'm like, okay, I got to start right away. So I started it last night, so. Plus, I was making room, like anxiously waiting for the set to show up, so. Very happy to finally have it. And then Rivendell is just going to be an absolute beauty to build. I mean, holy moly. That set is amazing. Like I said, if you watch the haul video, you know I was talking about it a little bit in there that I've literally wanted the set for forever now. So very happy to have gotten that one. Yeah, exactly. Better than a $500 set. Can't complain there. Plus, I do think like this build, I mean, it looks awesome. So from that standpoint, it looks great. I guess I haven't got to the little the tree that I was dissing in my one video. So maybe when we get there, I'll start dissing things again. But I think Rivendell will be the best set of all time. Like I said, I'll have my opinions once I build it, but I could definitely get behind that for sure. For all the content I've watched on it for the past 2 years, like, been like, okay, yeah, I really need to get this eventually, and then finally having the chance to was awesome. So I'm glad Lego did the 2x VIP points because that came in clutch too to get some money back for in the future to be able to buy other Lord of the Rings sets or parts for like mocks and stuff will be pretty cool. Yeah, we were laughing too, Jedi Bricks, but when I started that, one of the people in here mentioned that Earth Bricks was also just streaming the Shire set. So me and him apparently matched up at the same time and building this, which is kind of funny. So apparently he's also streaming away right now. Yeah, apparently two people cruising away at some Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah, it's a little dope little bird in here, looks like. That's pretty cool. I'll probably have to throw that in a mock at some point. Practically always 100 degrees. Oh my gosh, 100 degrees all the time would be awful, man. Although I guess you probably get used to it eventually, but holy. I don't think I would be able to deal with that very well. You don't get used to it? Yeah. Yeah, that would suck even more then. Oh, of course, I put the things on wrong. Nice. I should keep a tracker of how many times I've just been like talking to you guys and not been paying attention to what I've been building and built it wrong. Because I'm sure it'd be a lot by now. What are we thinking about Hunt for Gollum? Well, you know, I'm not opposed to there being a new Lord of the Rings movie being made. I'll be honest. I would love to see all the original cast come back just because it did such a good job, like the first time. But then again, I also kind of feel like it's maybe it should be left where it is and not ruined. I mean, you're not either way. You're not going to ruin the originals, but maybe it's one of those things that just should be left where it's at and just start anew with new cast, but have Peter Jackson still direct it. I think that's where Rings of Power fell apart. Is they directing wise they were not very wise, not the best, but I just don't know if we really need to have a very old Aragorn and all. Like obviously they can do like the aging and stuff now with like all the CGI, but even then it doesn't feel as authentic and stuff too. So I mean it goes both ways there, but me personally I'd be fine without a new Lord of the Rings movie with all the old cast in there, but we'll see what happens when it comes out. I haven't watched Ride or the whatever the Rohirrim movie is, Ride of the Rohirrim or whatever. I haven't watched that yet either, so maybe that's good, and I just am dissing on things I haven't even seen. But overall, I think it's okay if they just let Peter Jackson film another one, but have him start with new people. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to go off practically nothing, so mess up hard while chatting, dude. I've done that so many times. At least it's not like bad mess ups. Like it could be a lot worse. Like I could be having to like destroy the set and go back and redo stuff. So it's all been minor so far, but yeah, still not fun to be like getting done. You're like, oh yeah, we're getting close, and then oh no, I gotta go back and fix this. Yeah, exactly. Rings of Power just it did. I mean, not saying that they did anything wrong by trying to do something. It just for the Tolkien world that we all knew and loved from the original movies, it was not expressed there, and that's what I think really threw off a lot of people. Plus, story writing in that overall just wasn't the best. So I think it's one of those things too. Not like Jurassic World Dominion. If I was a Jurassic World fan, maybe I'd be able to understand that better. But if you mean that movie wasn't good, then I'll agree with you on that. That's kind of where I feel like we're at with Lord of the Rings right now. You used to like Jurassic World? Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's like a line of movies I just never really got into, but the Lego sets and stuff are pretty cool, they seem like. Got like a Ninjago hat in here. That's a pretty cool part usage. Yeah, that's fair for sure. I think I'm going to wrap up this bag, and then I think we're going to call it a stream. So we'll get this last bag here knocked out. I wonder where this tree is going to end up getting placed at. Yeah, when I saw Lord of the Rings 2, dude, after I saw the first battle scenes, I was like, okay, yeah, this is my movie. This is my cup of tea right here type of thing. Where does this go? Right here? Okay. Is that a bush for Sam to trim up? Get him on it. That's also kind of what I meant. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, you think there'd be a whole bunch of like really good ones, but there really isn't. Like overall, it's kind of funny. Probably should do this from this way so I can actually watch and make sure I'm lining everything up correctly. Oh yeah, because this is an angled section of the build too. Wow, that snaps together really cleanly. Actually, that's really satisfying to have. Holy moly! All right, that's awesome. I'll be completely honest. That's awesome. That's sick. Yeah, that's super dope. And you can have Gandalf's cart driving down right here, just like in the movie. Yeah, I'll be honest. As much people are dissing on this set, Lego, I think you came through on your regards here, and I'm not even done with the thing yet. I still got a whole bunch of little side builds I got to build, and a whole bunch of figures left. Yeah, I'll show you guys the interior while I'm here. We can start over in this corner, but over here you kind of have that book. I'll show you the book here. So sticker on the front, sticker on the inside, but it does say there and back again. Also, that tile there has the deed that they actually give Bilbo in the Hobbit movies, so that's pretty cool. There is a sticker above the fireplace, then there's a whole bunch of printed parts and Bilbo's chair to put them on. Honestly, the opening area is super cool. I love these like all tiled off look and everything. The chest there is awesome. And then that little wardrobe there, super cool and super fun to build. Like if you guys ever get a chance to build this, you'll know what I mean. The pens being used for the candles is honestly super cool, unique like design and idea. And then the whole entire like kitchen, I guess, area over here by the fireplace, awesome. Table looks super cool. These printed parts are awesome. And that little playability over here in the corner to be able to flip is very fun and cool. Portraits look awesome. But yeah, overall, I mean, this is an impressive little set here. You can take this whole section off, kind of get more access and light into the actual interior here. But yeah, I can't complain. I'll be honest. Very impressed so far. So, like I said, I'm not to the bad tree part that I was dissing on originally, but for just the actual, Hobbit hole part here, I can't complain at all. That's awesome. Super, super cool stuff. So, Lego, good job. You get thumbs up from me. I think you guys did really good on this one. So, broadside to bricks, yeah, for sure, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, the front literally is amazing. Like the angles and stuff and the little techniques they do in here to get the little tiny angles like over here, super fun to build. Like awesome stuff. And like the techniques they have throughout, it's honestly super cool. There's a few snot techniques in there. All the printed parts look sick. Like I said earlier, you can actually maybe do that now, but I mean, you can take Frodo here and you can stick him up here where he can be, reading that book that we kind of talked about earlier if you guys were here. Maybe it's a bit difficult to put him on there, but you can sit him up by that tree. You can take that off and put it over somewhere else and have him like he's waiting for Gandalf to come, which I think is cool. Obviously not the most accurate thing, but the fact that you can do that's pretty cool. So yeah, and then like I said, all these figures so far are awesome. It's just fun to get a whole bunch of Hobbit figures in one big old set and to get some exclusive figures we wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So like I said, can't complain much there. I'm going to call it a stream here just because I want to do the rest of the stuff by myself and kind of just watch some stuff and hang out, blast some music. But thank you all so much for being here and hanging out, guys. Truly means a lot to me. I appreciate every single one of you, as I've told you guys before. And I will be doing more streams. So subscribe if you aren't already. You guys will be seeing hopefully some Rivendell streams either tomorrow or this weekend. But yeah, you guys will have more streams from me. You can come chat, hang out, and talk. But yeah, it was super fun to hang out with all you. So appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up Shire. Gonna start on the gift with purchase, and then I'm gonna go start on Rivendell after a while. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you all in the next stream. See ya.